So I don't know if you can hear me. I must have pressed something. It must be a video, and I'm not gonna play a video. So I looked at this article. It said disillusioned Trump tells Hanukkah party guests we're going to win election he just lost. And I'm looking at some other articles where it's similar, where he's been holding parties. 'Tis the pandemic season, White House parties on amid virus. Trump keeps holding White House holiday parties despite the CDC warning against indoor parties. Trump wonders why the Supreme Court justices he appointed won't support him. And so this one that I was looking at in AOL is just 3 days ago. And Trump is holding parties. He's not wearing masks. And it's this one's, of course, out of Huffington Post. Um, and so there's various articles on Trump that are from different media sources. So it's basically talking about how he's holding all of these parties where people are not being protected, and they even have um, posted a video on Twitter, and I'm not going to play that video. Um, you can look at it when you get ready, if you come across this article, if you haven't already seen it. But I just want to say this right here, it just seems really pathetic. I don't know why, and I'm adding this in here. I don't know why he can't just move on. President, former president, to soon to be Donald Trump. I don't know why he can't move on and try to work on all of the things that he needs to deal with in his personal life. Because this is so pathetic. All of this fighting to try to overturn an election that he's already basically, it's over. It's already been called. He's already participated in it, and he didn't win it, and he should just move on to something else. And he's also, I believe, upset with William Barr, who was uh, someone that was working alongside of him. I believe he was there. He had to do with the security as well, and Attorney General, I believe, William Barr, or AG, I think they say AG William Barr. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, his title. But William Barr. So President Donald Trump falsely declared during the White House Hanukkah party on Wednesday that we're going to win this election in a landslide if certain very important people have wisdom and courage. Trump's bogus claims sparked a chant of 4 more years to ring out among the guests. To be clear, Trump lost the election and Joe Biden is now the president-elect. So Jacob Kornblum, participant at the White House Hanukkah party, tells the president Trump is not scheduled to come out to light the menorah or address the crowd. Okay, so I'm seriously wondering if something is wrong, if it's not wrong with him, mentally, if he's having a mental, breakdown, Donald Trump, because the way he's been acting lately. So I'm wondering, but it says Trump tells the crowd at the Hanukkah party that with the help of certain very important people, if they have wisdom and if they have courage, we're going to win this election. Remarks followed with loud chants, 4 more years. And so I believe this is what was in this video that is posted on Twitter and people tweeting about it. And then you see 1.8K, you know, some of that is people that are like probably getting a kick out of it because they know that this election's already been called, and this is like really getting a rise out of some folks that this guy still dragging this thing on about this election. So CNN's Don Lemon was bewildered by the president's address, which came after the Supreme Court shot down the GOP attempt to reverse Pennsylvania's certification of Biden's win in the state, and Trump sought to intervene in the Texas Republican Attorney General long shot try at nixing results in the battleground states. And so that's a con. That's not true. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's just not. Lemon explained on Wednesday's broadcast of CNN Tonight about Trump's comment at the White House party, where many attendees were filmed wearing masks but standing close together. So some of them wore masks, and some of them probably not. So Trump and his administration have faced widespread criticism for holding in-person holiday parties in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic. So on Wednesday, the U.S. experienced its highest daily death toll. At least 3,124 people have died from COVID-19. And if someone really respected you and had your best interests at heart, they don't lie to you, Lemon added. So they don't give you false hope and tell you they tell you the truth, and they don't give you false hopes. So CNN's tonight's that's a con. So basically it's what I said, and he's saying it here about what we just saw. So it's just crazy. I'm wondering if something's not wrong with Trump mentally. Now I saw where they said, I don't know how many times he's gotten the COVID, if anybody knows, but I know he had caught it once. His wife got it, his son got it, and some of his family members got it. Most of them got it. Most of the people in the White House that were working around him came in contact with it and came down with it a lot more than what they said. But I was looking, there was another article saying he had caught it again. And with him holding these parties, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But it's just crazy. I'm wondering if there's not something wrong with him mentally and emotionally, if he's having a breakdown because of not being able to accept the outcome of this election. And so what do you think about this? I'm scratching my head because it just seems crazy to me. I have never seen this type of display from a president, like this. Um, it just seems like he's had some issues, a lot of issues. So I think this is a gallery here. It has 40 photos of him. I think he's not really well. If you ask me, I don't think he's doing well. That there's something going on, and in his mind, he thinks that he's gonna win the election, and it's really scary because I think he needs help. Seriously, he's not mentally now fit to be in the seat after what has happened. It just seems really crazy to me that somebody can keep going on about ranting and raving that they're going to win an election that they've already lost. And so I find that very scary. And the reason why I find it scary is because he's supposed to be the leader of the free world. He's supposed to be running everything. He right now has some powers to do certain things. And if he's not emotionally and mentally stable, and he thinks he's still going to win an election, let's hope that we can get this other president in place so that Trump can heal. I don't know what's going on with him, but he really needs a lot of help. Anyway, having said that, I'm gonna let this video go. I just can't believe, look at this here. This was 3 days ago. I'm just wanting you to see how scary this is. It seems really unbelievable that somebody is going to still. Trump keeps holding White House holiday parties despite the CDC warning against indoor gatherings. And so look at this. I mean, it's beautiful outside, to have, you know, people come by and look at your decorations, but to hold indoor parties when that's what they've been saying, that they don't want people to be gathering and having these indoor get-togethers, and he still continues to do so. And so he's having these celebrations despite the CDC order. And so I don't know if this is somebody from the CDC, but Secretary of the Health and Human Service Alex Azar speaks to the press in the James Brady press briefing room at the White House. This was November the 20th. And so he might be addressing, the whole situation of, wearing the face mask and whatnot. And so anyway, this is a whole nother article, but it just seems like, what do you think? I think this is him in the party. So I don't know. It just seems really scary. He's taking the loss really hard, and it's almost like he's having a mental, emotional breakdown. Um, and it's like he's in denial. He's in denial about the loss of this whole thing, and I find it to be scary because I wonder what he's gonna do when they finally close the door on it and they say, okay, your time here is done. We have to let Joe Biden move in the Oval Office and start taking control of whatever he needs to start dealing with. It just seems like he's not going to do well. But anyway, I'm going to let this video go. What do you think about this? This is so weird, to have somebody, knowing that there's a pandemic and he's holding these large parties. He's still going around saying that he won or he can win. He's coming up with all these lawsuits. Anyway, but this is who some people voted for. Having said that, I'm going to let this video go. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for listening.